Tom McEwing in pole position, a very rapid young racer indeed. Be interesting to see how he goes here, alongside number 8 of Ben Timmons on the front row of the grid. Second row, 77 Harvey Lawrence alongside number 14 Rob Kennelly, and the third row, 88 Ryan Wilby alongside number 72 Toby Ballard. Almost all of these drivers graduates of the Caterham Academy, last year run for novice drivers. Row 4, number 83 Ian Hibberts and number 28 Nick Bryant. Row 5, Daniel Hope, number 99, and the marvellously monikered Lionel Tolmarsh, number 22. I think that's pronounced correctly anyway. Row 6, Edward Cozzy, number 3, and number 20 James Empson. Then Darren Butler, 68, and the 93 of Craig Boyle. Row 8, Richard Harris, 21, and number 44 of Rob Lowe. On the 9th row, number 70 Simon Sabin alongside 87 of Henry Littlejohn. Then on row 10, Solomon Rogers, number 65, alongside the number 5 of Tony Jenner. Row 11, Alistair Davidson, number 10, alongside 55, which is Guy Crossman. Row 12, 66, Oliver Kibblewhite, and number 33, Zach Blower. 13 is Charlie Hazelwood. Row 13, Charlie Hazelwood, number 63, and 23, Gary Cross. Row 14, Mark Soden, number 60, alongside 15, Lyndon Arnold. The penultimate row, 49, Graham Finlayson, all the way from Scotland, alongside number 6, James McCullough. And the final row, number 18, Ian Beddis, and number 31, Andrew Bailey. So the cars come up to the grid then. Tom McEwing really has to be the man to beat here, the green and black number 89 car. He starts alongside the number 8, a fantastic livery, you have to say, for the number 8 of Ben Timmons. Bright purple with a yellow roll cage, very impressive looking car.
Yeah, both Ben Timmons and Tom McEwing went hammer and tong last year. Tom McEwing just pipped Ben at the final round, and behind them we've got Harvey Lawrence. He was the green group. He was in the green group. You saw Rog Patke earlier on, who won the green group champion. Harvey Lawrence found himself in 6th place, having won the opening sprint event. So he'll be looking to see whether he can benefit from this 3rd place start that he's put his Caterham Roadsport up there into, alongside Rob Kennelly, who's a great result there up in the 4th place. And I'd say that was out qualifying compared to his kind of performance last year. I think he finished 10th in the academy of his particular group last year. So that's a great thing to see him up there on a 4th place. We often see that with the Roadsport, as they're gaining experience every single time they touch the track, and when they strap these new tyres, these Avon ZZS tyres on, some of them click with that a little bit more than others, and it's great to see him up there in that 4th place, with Ryan Wilby not too far behind in the number 88. And alongside him we have the number 72 of Toby Ballard. So all these names we've seen last year racing across the white and green group in the academy, they got the new ZZS tyres on, and they're ready to go with the first of 2 races in the Roadsport Championship. 20 minutes as ever for today.
No gaps on the grid, so we've got all 32 cars out there that took part in qualifying. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to make no predictions whatsoever heading into this one. Any one of these 32 drivers could win this. They're all second-year drivers, this lot, pretty much, as they move off for their green flag lap, just to get some heat into these Avon ZZS tyres.
I think the only driver that's joined us for this Roadsport season is Zach Lower. Again, you can't have any more experience than any of the other drivers in Roadsport. You only get one chance at this championship. Most of them, I think all but Zach Lower, are the academy graduates from last year. And great sight they look as they're pulling away there. Nice to see so many cars. A healthy grid here of Caterham Roadsport cars.
It is Tom McEwing who leads them around. Very quick sim racer as well is Tom, as well as his on-track exploits. Harvey Lawrence in the light blue car there with the yellow nose and wheels.
Harvey Lawrence, another young charger. Like I say, he started with a great win at the sprint event last year, but faded a little bit towards the middle of the race, middle of the season, and then came good again. So he'll be looking to see whether he can convert that and see whether Roadsport can deliver him more good results.
Nice to see a few road-going Caterhams here spectating as well. We can see a couple of them in the background of your picture there as you look at Cascades. It's McEwing in the bright green and black car that leads them round. There's the purple car of Ben Timmons will line up alongside him. Some ultra smart cars up there. I think a personal favourite livery of mine has to be the very bright blue number 21 of Richard Harris, the Dutch Barn Vodka sponsored car.
There he was, just going through the screen there indeed. Great to have him. And Chris Fraser we saw in the 310R racing earlier on in a similarly sister, the car is the same colour scheme. they head off here around Britain's. You can see the marshals up there again. Once again, thank you ever so much to the marshals who've had to scramble down their lunch. We don't have very much break here today, but the green flags waving there to signify where the marshals post are and to let the drivers know that all is well around the track. What a pretty track this is. It's a real adventure for our drivers as well. You really go out into the countryside, around the lakes and back again, but they will be firmly watching their drivers around them. They won't have time to for the scenery.
No chance to admire the view here. I think it was a long-time Caterham racer Peter French said that, was it here or was it at Anglesey? He was so distracted by the view that he almost went off on his first lap of the circuit many years ago.
Here in Anglesey, both compete for those scenic sides. You know, it really is a parkland that we're here in, and an old country estate, and it's been here a long time. And what a fantastic racetrack it makes.
It really is. Yes, this undulating, flowing layout, a very beautiful venue here near Tarporley in Cheshire. If you've not visited Oulton Park before, if you are watching on the live stream today, do try and make a trip this summer to one of the events here at Oulton. Just look on the circuit website for the full schedule, or at barc.net for the full schedule of BARC and Caterham events. Of course, the Caterham supported championships running with the BARC for the first time this year. So the first few cars coming up towards the grid then. Tom McEwing in green, Ben Timmons in purple on the front row. The second row, the yellow, blue and white car of number 77 Harvey Lawrence, alongside number 14 Rob Kennelly in grey with the orange nose and roll cage. Row 3, number 88 Ryan Wilby in grey and blue with the number 72 Toby Ballard, a very quick racer last season on the grey and orange livery there, completing row number 3. Fourth row, number 83 Ian Hibbert, he's in blue and yellow, looking for his first race win. He's had a couple of podiums in the past, but looking for his first win here, alongside number 28 Nick Bryant in the blue car with the green roll cage. And completing the top 10 on the grid, 99 Dan Hope in orange and black, and number 22 in the black and gold livery is Lionel Tolmarsh. 5-second board is held aloft then. This will be a 20-minute race, the first of 2 races for the Caterham Roadsport Championship, sponsored by Vertex here at Oulton Park. The red lights are on, the revs rise, and away they go down towards Old Hall for the first time, and it's side by side between the two front row men. Looks like Ben Timmons has got the edge from the outside of row 1. Not the best of starts by Tom McEwing, but he will slot into second place. Is everybody else going to make it round? One car will wheel up onto the grass there. A couple of cars run wide. We've got a spinner at the back. That's delayed 1 or 2 cars. Yep, we've had a collision. Oh dear. A couple of back markers tangling together there. I think one of them might have been the number 5 car, possibly, of Tony Jenner. It could have been Henry Littlejohn, similarly coloured car number 87.
So yeah, a little bit of an action out there. Often see that drift to the wide on the exit of turn 1, and it spins the car to the inside. Unfortunately, they locked up. He couldn't quite avoid. But Ben Timmons has currently got a break away from the rest of the field in the purple number 8 there, or 80, yeah, number 8 car. As he goes around Tom McEwing in the bright green, we've got side-by-side action there between Harvey Lawrence and Ryan Wilby as they head into Britain's for the first time. The cars all make it around Shell oiled, but Ben Timmons making a good early break. Let's see whether we have to have a safety car or whether those 2 cars can rejoin the race. Well,
the officials will be down there frantically trying to clear the incident, I'm sure, and yes, looks like the safety car is coming out. There's the incident. The number 63 car of Charlie Hazelwood crashed into the spinning car there. It was number 5 Tony Jenner that has gone around there, the man from Chichester in Sussex. The 63 car of Charles Hazelwood collected him as he spun around there, and as a result of that, the safety car coming out to clear up the mess.
You can see him fully locked up as he tried to avoid the car, but unfortunately it just appeared in his line of sight too late. As they will all now slow up then, so Ben Timmons, he had a little bit of a breakaway, but he's going to have to do all that work again as he heads on around with Tom McEwing chasing. A little bit of a replay here.
Yeah, let's have a look again. Watch towards the back of the field. We've got one car with its wheel up on the grass on the inside. That was Simon Sabin, number 70, but it's to the outside of him. Possibly as a result of that, there goes Tony Jenner out wide. He spins back across. He just misses. Well, he may have just clipped one car, but then wallop. Charles Hazelwood unfortunately couldn't avoid him. Hits him in the rear wheel.
A little bit of a case of you get your eyes fixed on the thing you want to avoid rather than looking where you can get around it there. Unfortunately, remember these drivers are only in the second season's racing, and things happen very quickly, as you can see. But yeah, dropping a wheel onto that grass on the exit, and the car just span around with leaving number 62 nowhere to go as they drop action up and running again as soon as we can.
Main thing is both of the drivers appear to be okay down there. They're tough little cars, these Caterham Roadsports machines. So it's Ben Timmons who leads from Tom McEwing, the pole sitter. The leader's just passing the scene of the incident there. Harvey Lawrence in third. Ryan Wilby is up into fourth position. Then it's the number 14 of Rob Kennelly. Good getaway for Lionel Tolmarsh there. He's up into sixth position from 10th on the grid. That was a cracking start for the number 22 car. He's ahead of Toby Ballard. And also Edward Cozzi making up 3 places off the line. He's 8th. Dan Hope and the number 28 of Nick Bryant rounding out the first 10.
So the safety car, first time we've seen that this weekend. Another skill that they will have had last year. They did have to have the safety car in the academy a couple of times, but it's a skill nonetheless. So you can see the safety car taking them slowly around so that we can maximise the racing laps as much as we can. But they're all, they haven't yet got their fully up to speed in the race, and now they're going to be following around, waiting for the safety car, looking for the lights to go out. Hopefully the marshals will be able to clear that corner within the next lap or two, and then we can get this race back up and running. You can see the clock, though, still continues ticking while we are under this safety car, so the 20-minute race will be eaten into by this. But there you can see the Ben Timmons leading them all through, and we'll look for those lights. The next time through, probably, those lights will turn off as they go off and out around or before Clay Hill.
Yes, once the lights go out, that means safety car in this lap. It's Gareth Newton driving the safety car this weekend, ex-saloon car racer. He's competing in the Nippon Challenge with a Mitsubishi, among other things, Gareth, about 10 or so years ago.
Slightly reduced pace around currently in the safety car as they head on around, lead this group through, but great start for the lead group. They all got it up and running safely through turn 1, so they can be getting ready for themselves, so preparing themselves, making sure that by the time we do have a restart, the car's ready and they're ready to go racing once more.
Yellow car there, number 70, Simon Sabin, one of the leading lights in the green group of the Academy last season, but quite a way down the field here. He came through in 16th place. You saw him get a wheel on the grass at the start, trying to make up for lost time, perhaps from qualifying.
Yeah, he was trying to tuck to the inside and got a bit squeezed, which meant he pushed him up onto the curb, and then it got locked a little bit onto the grass and the dust. And I think that probably did cause some of the reaction that we saw a bit further back through the field there. But Simon Sabin having an epic end to the last season and some really good racing, including Knockhill memorably. He was exciting to watch for a lap after lap. But it is Ben Timmons in the number 8 who continues to lead them. They are still active race as we go through, so he will continue to lead them until the safety car pulls off, at which point he takes over as that safety car. He chooses the pace that they're going to run at, and his only stipulation is that he can't accelerate and then brake once more. If he decides he's going to go, then he must continue to go and accelerate.
Yes, and also you can't pass until you cross the timing line. You cannot overtake until you're over the line. There's the number 10 car, that's Alistair Davidson, and there is the number 5 of Tony Jenner. See, he got hit in the rear wheel as he spun there, damaged the right rear corner. The wheel is broken, the tyre punctured, the exhaust rather flattened as well, so that's going to need some work.
Yeah, but Caterham support all these Roadsport cars, so they will get that back to the Caterham workshop in the pits, and they will get that all back together ready for his second race this afternoon.
Did that say "this way up" on its number plate?
Yes,
that's a bit unfortunate.
Yes, I think that's from past experience. Tony Jenner running a new livery this season, so an unfortunate start to his season nonetheless, but we could look forward to seeing him this afternoon, seeing where he can get back through. What a sight that makes with the Roadsports streaming over the back, lumps and bumps of this back straight before that final corner. Light still on, the safety car will do another lap, but it does look like hopefully they'll be able to manoeuvre this car away, which has got a bit of a radiator issue, so they won't be able to start the engine or anything, and certainly it looked like it had a bit of front damage, so they will be working hard to manoeuvre that car. You can see it's rolling slightly. The pit lane is just to their right hand side, so I expect that they can clear this to the efficient removal of those cars from the circuit, ready for us to get racing once more.
Yeah, one of the classic Ford pickup truck recovery vehicles there that have been a feature of Oulton for so many years. Thanks to our recovery teams. It's Charlie Hazelwood, number 63, the man from Warrington, so on his local circuit this weekend. Not the start to his season that he was looking for, sadly. You can see the car just being lifted there by the recovery vehicle, so hopefully next lap around we will get racing back underway once the marshals and the clerk of the course are satisfied that the circuit is fully clear there. They had down the avenue. Many years ago this straight was lined by an avenue of trees, hence its name, and it stays as the park for the stately home here at Oulton.
Good to see the crowds out there as well, enjoying the Caterham action, as you can see from our live stream. For those who can't make it to the circuit today, that the action is fast and frantic, and we'd love to see you on the banks out at racing further through this season. But a lot of drivers there, friends and family, all out there enjoying this Caterham action that we've got to bring you today.
There's a great camaraderie in the paddock as well, isn't there? All the teams are good friends with each other, great rivals on track, but off track everyone is very friendly, mixing in the hospitality area I saw at lunchtime, and just a mantra I always have is motorsport should be fun, and in Caterham racing it certainly is.
Motorsport's family, especially in Caterham racing. We come up through, a lot of us start in the Caterham Academy, and we literally race all the way for the next 5 years with our friends and family, get to know each other, and it's a fantastic, as you say, atmosphere out in the paddock. And Roadsport, you're not allowed team support in this championship, so you're still self-supported, you're still making sure you tighten all your nuts and bolts and make sure your wheels are pointing the right way. If anything gets bent out on track, Caterham will help you sort that out. So that's how we operate in the Roadsport season. It's not until the 270s where you can actually start having team support, if that's something you want to go and do, but plenty of drivers still do support themselves as they get to the higher levels of Caterham action.
And these cars are road legal, and one or two of the drivers even drive them to and from the events, don't
Absolutely, and between the events, yeah. It's a great little car, and it's, like you say, fully road legal, as the Academy car is. And generally speaking, we have at least a few drivers who love driving them around. A lot of people choose to trailer their cars to events, but they're a great track day toy as well, and plenty of these cars and drivers will be getting their experience levels up by going out on track days in between as well.
Gareth Newton still heading the crocodile round in the BMW safety car. The pace, I think, has quickened slightly, so we may get a green this time by. We'll wait and see what happens as the car comes up to Lodge. When those flashing lights go out, it means we're about to go racing once again. So we'll wait and pick that up, hopefully, as they come into Lodge. They're at Druids at the moment. The lights are still on atop the safety car. So will we get another lap under safety car conditions? We'll wait and see.
We'll see whether we do get the lights out. One thing I would say is that in the higher championship, the lights are out, so we are going to go racing. Those gaps will remove themselves from the higher championship. They've let themselves spread out a little bit, but we are going to get back racing. Ben Timmins is the safety car currently.
Yes, he's slowed the pace a little there. He's looking to get the best launch possible here. He's trying to anticipate the run up to the line here before we go racing once again. We'll get racing again exactly almost at half distance. 10 minutes to go, and here we go. They go past the green flag. We are racing once again here at Oulton Park, and it's Ben Timmins who leads from Tom McEwing. Harvey Lawrence in third place as they head single file into Old Hall Corner for the first time. Looks like everybody is going to get round. Okay, there's that bright blue car I mentioned of Richard Harris. Just ahead of him is the 68 of Darren Butler, the green car. It's Timmins from McEwing. Harvey Lawrence under pressure for that third place. That's Ryan Wilby, number 88, trying to come through at Cascades, but they're fairly well spaced out on this restart at the moment. It'll take a lap or so for them to all bunch up again, I think, as Wilby goes side by side with Lawrence, and in behind that looks like the number 14 of Rob Kennelly up towards Shell Oil's hairpin on the first lap of the restart.
Very orderly restart for this Roadsport season. As I said, in the higher echelons they would have been much closer to each other's nose to tail as they came out, but Ryan Wilby has made that place up over Harvey Lawrence then. So Harvey Lawrence been demoted down into fourth place, just ahead of Kennelly, Tolmarsh, Ballard, Cozzy, as they head through the Britain chicane again, riding those curbs. A little bit softer suspension in this Roadsport, and it will be a bit more compliant over those curbs. We've seen the others sort of bouncing and flying, but here is Harvey Lawrence. But Ben Timmins leading this group down then is ahead of Tom McEwing in second place.
Attack going on for 6th and 7th place there. That's I think was Lionel Tolmarsh coming under a bit of pressure. Try and see who that was. I think it was Toby Ballard on the attack there, the number 72 car. There's Richard Harris, the 21, chasing 68 of Darren Butler. That's the battle for 14th place. There's little scraps going on all the way down the order, but it's starting to close up for the lead now as they head through Druids for the first time on this restart of this Vertex Caterham Roadsport Championship race. Here comes Tom McEwing having a look on the inside as they go under the Warwick Bridge and up towards Lodge Corner. Can he get the move done on the inside? Looks like he's going to. The pole sitter retakes the lead. Nice move there by Tom McEwing, and now trying to get through into second place is the number 88 of Ryan Wilby, the Yorkshireman, up alongside Ben Timmins, the man from Essex, who moves to cover as they come down the straight towards Old Hall. He's trying to take the lead back around the outside, but it looks like Tom McEwing has made it stick, and we have a new leader.
Yeah, nice smooth transition there. McEwen taking over the lead for the first time in this race. Ben Timmins slotting into that second place. Not quite happy there just yet, but Ryan will be watching these on. They seem to have the pace in these front three to maybe pull away a little bit from Harvey Lawrence, so he'll have to keep that as he's looking in his mirrors. He's got to keep his eyes forward as well as backwards as they head on around Cascades and off and down onto this island bend once more. But Tom McEwen out front again, like he was quite a lot of the season last year, alongside Matt Larby, who we've already seen in the 270s. That was Hibbert calling to the inside as they went round island bend, but McEwen in the lead at the moment.
Ian Hibbert a little bit further back. I know he's desperate for his first victory in Caterham racing. Number 83 lives within an exhaust roar of Donington Park up in the Midlands. The pack heads down the far side into Britons, the top three together. There's Tolmarsh coming through as well. Tolmarsh in the number 22 looks like is up into fourth place now, ahead of Harvey Lawrence, so he's on a charge. The black and gold JPS Lotus lookalike number 22 going after the three leaders. McEwen from Timmins in second, then Wilby third, and Tolmarsh giving chase in the 22 ahead of Harvey Lawrence. Who's that there in sixth position? That looks like still Kennelly there in sixth.
Roadsport cars, we said road legal, also running the windscreen. The only cars this weekend that are running that windscreen and front lights, so you can spot them easily out on track today. Does mean their tow is even greater because the windscreen does push the air away, and it means that the following cars are likely to bunch up, and you can see that's all happening now, where McEwen, Timmins and Wilby look like they're breaking slightly away as we watch that 83 battle there. A little bit further back, Hibbert and going through. But McEwen, it was all closing up as this windscreen is pushing that wind out the air from the following cars are able to catch up. Maybe something like 7 to 10 miles an hour quicker as they follow in that tow.
Toby Ballard has got ahead of Rob Kennelly up into sixth position there, so he's challenging Harvey Lawrence now for fifth. They're still in a single file formation there, back to Dan Hope, so 9 cars together there. There's the number 3 of Edward Cozzy ahead of Dan Hope, so 9 cars for the lead. Just over 5.5 minutes to go down to Cascades. It is still McEwen from Timmins, then Wilby. Tolmarsh in fourth place. Fifth is the number 77 of Harvey Lawrence, the youngest man in the race at 20 years of age. On towards Island Bend they go yet again. Lawrence under fire. That's from the pairing of Ballard and Kennelly, but Ben Timmins desperate to get the lead back here from Tom McEwen. Comes from York in the 89. A little bit wide through there. That was the number 3 of Cozzy in 8th position. Rounding up the top 10 at the moment is Ian Hibbert, as he's got ahead of the 28 of Nick Bryant, who's dropped a couple of spots.
Yeah, and there's Toby Boys as well, just gone through our shot, doing quite well up there in... sorry, I'm calling the wrong car. With the just noticed last time we went through that the top 2 cars, they were drifting, they were slightly pulling away, and I think they've dragged Ryan Wilby with them. But now that we've come back to them, it looks like that's evaporating, but it's something to watch out for. We saw it last year. Those front 3 were able to pull away, and I'm wondering whether that's going to continue into this Roadsport season.
There's the number 99 of Daniel Hope, Ian Hibbert in behind him. Then we have got the citrus yellow liveried car of number 93. That's Craig Boyle. Through towards Druids they come. 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the race to go. There's the battle for 7th position, but it's still McEwen under fire from Ben Timmins, who's making a move as they come into Lodge Corner. No, he's not close enough. He has to bob back in behind Tom McEwen. Third place is still Ryan Wilby, covering his line from Lionel Tolmarsh in the black and gold number 22. Almost up alongside him there as they come through in towards Old Hall Corner. Wilby covering the inside. Tolmarsh trying to get into a podium position around the outside, and he's done it. That's about the 3rd time we've seen a car go around the outside. I said that was an uncommon move, clearly not in Caterham racing. Once
you get that draft over the start-finish straight, as long as you get that momentum going into turn 1, you can sweep around the outside. The person on the inside's pinched a little bit too much, and yeah, it does allow that to happen. But you can see Tom McEwen now is sort of pulling Timmins away from Tolmarsh, who's made that position up against Ryan Wilby, and Harvey Lawrence is dropping backwards a little bit at the moment. 5th place is his current position, and Ballard looking to see whether he can do anything about that. Cozzy, though, in that 7th place, also looking to see whether he can move up through the field more.
Tolmarsh having to attack and defend at the same time at the moment, now in that 3rd place, because Ryan Wilby is fighting back, and he's having a go at Ben Timmins at the same time here for that 2nd position. This is going to allow Tom McEwen, I think, to get away very slightly. They head towards Britons Fourth is still Wilby, then Lawrence, Ballard, Cozzy, Kennelly, Hope and Hibbert is your top 10. 3 wide almost. Look at this, it's going to be 3 wide as they come into Knickerbrook. Harvey Lawrence trying to move back up. Tolmarsh holds the place ahead of Ryan Wilby in the number 88 car. They're all over each other for third. This is terrific stuff. It's allowing the first two to get away very slightly. The 72 of Toby Ballard is next in the order, then the 3 of Edward Cozzy, and behind him the number 14 of Rob Kennelly. This is the battle for third down to 8, side by side for the lead. Here comes Ben Timmins on the inside. He goes through on the run into Druids. Ben Timmins takes the lead back again in the number 8 car from our pole sitter Tom McEwing. It's anybody's race for third.
I would normally say they might start working together a little bit, but they're absolutely not going to. The safety car has obviously pushed us late in this race with only a couple of minutes left to go. Remember, their kind of lap times are 1:57-ish, so we're going to see the latter part of this race happen pretty quickly, and those two leaders out front, currently Timmins taking that over McEwing. So, and you can see that they're battling where they weren't working together has now brought Tolmarsh and Wilby right in there. Wilby had a head of steam, well, he had to block the Harvey, who had a head of steam coming up over the hill last time, and that's why we saw him getting squeezed onto the grass a little bit, but Wilby did maintain that 4th place.
Rob Kennelly going around the outside of Edward Cozzy there. That's for 7th position at the start of the lap. 1 minute and 30 seconds still to go as the leaders head towards Island Bend. Still Timmins ahead of McEwing. Everybody else now starting to queue up behind them. Fastest lap of the race, incidentally, recorded by Craig Boyle, who's down in 11th place. So it's a car working in clear air that's able to set the quicker laps. He's on a 1:58.2, which is about a second off Guy Hawkins' lap record, which dates back to 2016. As the leaders head towards Britain's once again. Still Ben Timmins with the lead of the race. Head through the Britain chicane. Let's see what Tom McEwing can do as they go into Knickerbrook this time. He's on the outside heading over Hilltop. They're almost side by side. Is he going to get him on the brakes here? I don't think so. No, Ben Timmins able to hang on. Ryan Wilby still running side by side with Lionel Tolmark. It's Tolmark who's got the 3rd place at the moment. Then Harvey Lawrence in the 77, and then the rest of them. Somebody has had a moment there. Was that it's Ian Hibbert? Ian Hibbert had a moment at Knickerbrook.
Yeah, he just lost the rear of the car and it stepped to the inside, so he had to gather it all together, and that lost all his momentum and lost all the progress he'd made. But it's side by side for the lead once more. McEwing around the outside. Then they've got 26 seconds left of this race. I assume they are going to get back over the line. Let's check it out this time. It could be the last corner, so let's keep an eye out for that one.
This is going to be very close indeed. Tom McEwing has retaken the lead. Coming through Druids, an excellent move there. Ben Timmins goes for broke around the outside in the number 8. Tolmarsh could make it 3 wide here up towards the start finish line. Look at the way Lionel Tolmarsh is going in the 22. The checkered flag is going to be out this time, I think, as they come to the line. It's a photo finish. 4 wide over the line, and it's Lionel Tolmarsh that got it.
What a finish by Lionel Tolmarsh to take that as they came over the line, just over the top of Tom McEwing and Ben Timmins. So we've got the number 70, is that Simon Sabin recovering back, but what a finish to that race. 4 wide as they came over the line. 14 thousandths of a second between the top 4 drivers as they crossed the line there. Absolutely incredible finish as we see the rest of the field just finishing their races.
Incredible. Lionel Tolmarsh has won it by 0.074 of a second. McEwing 2nd, Timmins 3rd, and Wilby 4th. We see a replay of a tangle. Richard Harris and Simon Sabin tangling up there on the final turn. Bits of bodywork everywhere, but they were able to recover and get over the line. But Tolmarsh won it. That's his first win, I think, in Caterham's.
Yeah, absolutely. That he was, I said he was further up the grid than I was expecting to see him, and he's actually gone and converted that into a race win. He is going to be absolutely delighted with that result. He was in exactly the right place to make up for, as they went side by side into that final corner. He just had the little run of momentum, and there was enough time in this Roadsport car. It may not have as much power as some of the cars we've seen earlier today, but you can see that the racing is equally as close.
Okay, let's check the winning margins there. Race won by 0.074 of a second. Lionel Tolmarsh ahead of Ben Timmins. 3rd was Tom McEwing, number 89, and 4th, number 88, Ryan Wilby. They were covered by 0.147 of a second. And exactly 2 tenths further back was Harvey Lawrence in 5th. I'm losing my voice already here. Toby Ballard was 6th in the number 72, so just over half a second covers the, and in fact the timing being corrected there, because TSL had to check the times there. So the actual winning margin was 0.006 of a second. It was even closer than we thought.
What a brilliant first race for the Roadsport Championships. Don't forget, we've got another Roadsport race for you to bring you a little bit later in the day, and let's see whether Tolmarsh can continue this incredible run here. But Timmins and McEwing, they were the mainstays at the front of that race, weren't they? Wilby was there or thereabouts. Harvey Lawrence managed to stop the drift back into that 5th place. I'm sure they're all going to be happy to have got to the end of that. Simon Saban we just saw having an issue with Richard Harris just as they were on that last lap, but it looks like they both recovered and got to finish across the line.
They did indeed make it to the line, so the provisional result is a win for Lionel Tolmarsh by 0.06 of a second, ahead of Ben Timmins, Tom McEwing, Ryan Wilby, Harvey Lawrence and Toby Ballard. They were covered by just over half a second, the top 6 at the line there. 7th went to Rob Kennelly. Daniel Hope, number 99 was 8th. 9th was Craig Boyle. He got the fastest lap, number 93. And rounding out the top 10, despite that moment late on, was Ian Hibbert.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. We've got plenty more racing action. We'll see if we can hear from some of our drivers in a little bit. But Roadsports will be back out at 3:35 this afternoon and look for more of that action. But we've got so much more racing to get to between now and then, as we see them all just pulling there into the pit lane, and they'll turn sharp right. And Sam is down in Parc Ferme and talking to our drivers.
Well, that was a interesting finish to that race, wasn't it? 4 across the line. Lionel, first win at the first race. Yeah, you just made it.
I made a really good start from 10th, and I think I made it into 5th, and then the red flag allowed me to reset. But I wasn't expecting these two to make I thought I might have a chance going into the final corner, and they went too wide, and it was amazing. Everyone really well raced, and it was reasonably clean as well, except for the start, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, awesome.
Well, you did it. You've got your first win. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And you've got to be there for those opportunities, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's been a fantastic day so far. Now another race to go.
Excellent. Well, wish you all the best for that. Thank you, Lionel. Well done. I'll move on to Ben next. Well, I've got Ben and Tom. Ben, congratulations on second place. You had the lead for quite a while there, didn't you?
I did, and I thought if the safety car hadn't come out, it might have been a different scenario, because I thought, oh yes, there's a bit of a gap, I've broken the toe, and I was like, what are all these yellow flags? And then realised obviously what had happened. But no, really great race. Lionel absolutely out of nowhere at the end there. Couldn't believe we were like 3 abreast, and I was like, where's the third car come from? So congrats to Lionel, and well done to Tom as well, who drove amazingly as always.
Oh, congratulations, well done. And Tom, congratulations to you as well. A great battle between the two of you yet again, which is lovely to see.
Really good fun, and a massive congrats to Lionel as well. First win. He's really picked up since the back end of last year. Me and Ben had a great battle, and I missed my gear in the final corner, which left me without any drive, and it pushed Ben a bit wide. And then Lionel, fair to him, took his opportunity and beat us both across the line. But it was so close. It was. It must have been tense in it. Really good.
It was 14 thousandths of a second crossing the 4 of you.
Wow, that was good. That was a good race. I enjoyed that.
Oh, congratulations.
Cheers, Sam. Thanks.
Thank you. I'll head back to the guys in the commentary studio.